Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Matve Namaha. We devotees of Mother Kali, we always have this one bad habit, whenever we have problem, we always will say this statement, the day I started praying to Kali, I've been having a lot of problem in my life, we all, whatever problem we had, we always connected it to her, okay, and more than all of you, even I have said this many times. So today I've created a character, let's just name him Deepan, okay, Deepan is a single guy. Okay, so this is going to be a 4-day long story. It's going to be pretty long, so do bear with me. I'll be exaggerating a lot, but in every point that I'm about to exaggerate, there will be a hidden message in it. So okay, let's dive into the story now. Okay, so it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. Deepan is in his office. So he just looked, he was busy typing on his PC and all that. Then he just went through his social media account, and then in front of him there's a tiny little mirror. He looked at the mirror and he told himself, he said, hey, quite a good looking guy I am, but sadly I got no girlfriend. He said. Then what he did is scroll onto TikTok. So the minute I opened TikTok, it was trending about a temple festival that's going on, and basically everyone who posted about that festival has garnered a massive number of likes. So he thought to himself, what I should do is probably I should go to this temple tomorrow, and yeah, definitely, I might get a lot of likes and my presence should be made known over social media. So what he did is he walked up to his operations manager and he asked him, he said, sir, if you don't mind, can I leave the office tomorrow early? Normally work finishes at 6, but if you don't mind, can I leave my office at say 4 o'clock? I've got to attend some prayers. So what his operations manager did was he looked at the schedule and sales target and all that, and he realized that basically Deepan has achieved his target, and he said, okay, no issues, you can leave the office at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So Thursday went by. Friday morning, Deepan on his way to work, he had a heavy non-veg meal. Okay, so what Deepan normally will do is whatever he eats, he will snap a picture of it and he will share it on his story. But then remember, he wants to go to the temple, and so what he did is he took a picture of what he ate, but he did not post it on social media. He just kept it. So okay, as what his operations manager had promised him, he could leave the office at 4 o'clock. So he left his office at 4 o'clock. He went back, took his shower and all that. So from his house, he has to go through 15 stations in a train, and then he have to interchange to another train, which takes about, let's say, about 10 stations. So okay, so he went back. After he went back, he took his shower, he applied his holy ash and all that, and he carried his sling bag. And then so as he got into the train was pretty empty. Let's just say it was pretty empty. So what he did is there's a long stretch of chairs. He sat down on the second chair towards the end, and he placed his bag onto the last chair. So people were, as the train was going by, people were getting into the train, and it became pretty crowded. So he decided he don't want anyone to sit beside him. He closed his eyes and he pretended to be asleep. But just before he pretended to fall asleep, he noticed there was an old lady standing next to the chair. She's an old lady. An old lady will want to sit, but she will not have the capacity to ask you or signal you. She knows that she's old and you should give her the seat. So he thought to himself, no, I'm not going to give her the seat. He just looked down and he pretended to fall asleep. Okay, that was one thing. Remember, that old lady is his mother's age. So as the train was going by, obviously the crowd dispersed and it became less. So he woke up, he realized there's no one there, he doesn't have to give that seat. He switched his he looked on his Facebook, and the first thing he realized was that his girlfriend that he was dating before had broke up with him. She had blocked him on social media due to certain issues that he had with her, but then she's courting another guy. So what Deepan did was he have added that guy. So now and then he would like to give very sarcastic hints and all that. Okay, so what he did is he created a post on Facebook saying, oh, you are second-hand item or used item is being dated by others. So how much he can look down on his ex-girlfriend, all that statements he put, he wasn't direct, but he was actually hinting. Okay, so he looked maximum down on her, and words that he used, I don't think I want to use those words over here. So all this took place in the first train. So as he completed the journey of 15 stations, he got into the second train. So when he got into the second train, the minute he entered the train, there was a foreign worker there, and the first thing that caught his eyes was a foreign worker was standing quite far from him. He looked at that guy and he said, "Oh God, foreign workers, smelly dudes," he said to himself. And he went and stood next to a single seat, and someone was just hoping that whoever was sitting on the seat will soon get up. Okay, so he got onto that, and miraculously the person was sitting on that seat got up. So what he did is he quickly rushed and he went and sat on the chair. So when he sat on the chair, once again a very old lady came and sat beside him. Common sense, what he should have did is he should have stood up and offered her the seat. No, throughout the journey he just looked down. He refused to look up, because if he looked up or he had any eye contact with her, he will have to give up that seat. He looked up, he just didn't want to give that seat up. Okay, so then what happened is, eventually station came by, he got down and he walked towards the temple. Okay, his main intention, he is a person who does not pray to Kali, but for the past few days the thriller of this almighty mother has started, and whoever has been posting videos about her, it has been massively trending on TikTok. Okay, so the minute he got into the temple, he tried to get a glimpse of her. His aim is not to pray to her, he just wants to get a clear shot of her so that it will boost his presence on social media. And the second picture he wanted to take is a selfie of him with her. Sadly, the crowd was too massive and he could not get a clear shot of the Almighty. Okay, what he did was, he just spent barely few minutes, he managed to take a picture that was very blurry. He took a selfie of him and he decided not to stay any longer and he went back. Okay, then he left. Okay, so in the train, what he did was, he posted that 2 videos he had lots of hashtags to get feeling divine, Kali is blessing, Kali is love, all kinds of nonsense he posted. So the minute he reached back, he was just hoping that his video would boom and everyone would start viewing his TikTok video and other. But when he went back, he saw his mother sitting in a corner. She was just pressing her ankle. And she seemed to be in pain, and for anyone in the world, if seeing your mother in pain is, it's something that no one can take it. So what did he asked her, "Ma, what happened to you? Why are you in pain? You were okay the entire day." And she said, "As I got down earlier, the floor towards the area after the lift was pretty slippery and I actually fell down and I slipped and fell and my ankle really hurts very badly." Then apart from that, he saw that she was sobbing and he said, "Ma, but you are crying. Are you only in pain or is there anything else?" She said, "You know what? Your uncle said something very sarcastic today morning, and what he said really looked down on us, that we are not as wealthy as them. And I know it's been a long time since I talked to your uncle, but I don't know why did he bring out such a statement," she said. This seriously triggered him. Okay, so it was about 9 o'clock in the night by the time he reached home. The first thing he did was he sent a text message to his operations manager. He said, "Sir, I'll be in 1 hour late tomorrow." So the next day is Saturday. So the first thing he got up in the morning, he went to the management office and he shouted at the clerk that was sitting down there. He said, "We are paying our maintenance fees on a monthly basis, but then you can't even ensure the safety of the senior folks who are residing in this flat and all that." So that done, he managed to release his temper. He marched directly to his uncle's house and he picked up a fight there, and all that. Okay, this happened on Saturday. Sunday went by normal, but then Sunday he kept repeatedly looking at his TikTok video, but then his TikTok video barely garnered any like, where else everyone who posted about that temple, he was booming all over social media, the likes, the shares and all that. And he thought to himself, how come what I posted is barely garnering any likes, where else every other video on the temple it's such a massive hit. Okay, and this was bothering him throughout the day on Sunday. So on Monday when he went to work, he was totally disturbed, and he felt that everyone who went to the temple they became social media celebrities, whereby he still remained at that level. It really bothered him, but then he was focusing on his work and all that. And then on Tuesday morning, he met up with one of his colleagues who was also a devotee of Mother Kali, and he told him, "Bro, I think people always told me this one thing. This is what Deepan said. He said, people always say that, if you pray to Kali, you'll have temper issues, you'll have a lot of problems in your life and all that. But I really believe this is very true, Deepan told his friend. I just went to a temple once, and everything in my life went upside down. I have so many issues. My temper flared up, and there were issues in my family. His friend, who is a devotee of Mother Kali, smiled and he did not say anything. Okay, now we will look back. We will go point by point on this story. The first thing that Deepan did on the day that he went to temple was he ate a non-veg meal. Okay, why do we fast? Why do we fast before going to a Kali temple? This is a human birth. Human birth is full of sins. The reason why we consume vegetarian food is to cleanse, a tiny cleansing process to absorb the divine energy. Okay, then point number 2, he had already broke up with his girlfriend, but he was massively bringing out all kinds of sarcastic statements about her. Okay, his intention is to go to a temple whereby a female deity resides, but before you go to the temple, how much you could insult a woman, you insulted. So what is the point of worshipping a woman and on that side you are insulting a woman? Okay, on 2 occasions, be it in the first train, be it in the second train, there were 2 ladies who were patiently waiting just for the seat. He refused to give up his seat to a person who is his mother's age. Okay, the same thing, when something happened to his mother, he couldn't take it. Okay, let's say there was some kindness in his heart and he would have given up his seat to that old lady. Somehow or the other way, the heavens would have definitely saved his mother. Okay, on another occasion, he looked down on a foreign worker who did nothing to him. Now guys, so much of hatred, so much of anger, so much of frustration, and then people who worship Kali will blame everything on her. What did the Almighty Mother do? Okay, even when he stepped in the temple, he did not pray to her. He had no intentions of praying to her. His only intention was to make his presence known on social media. Okay, all of us, especially all of us who pray to Kali, we always say this one thing, praying to Kali gives us problems of no end. Devotees of Mother Kali will sometimes ask, day and night I'm worshipping you, I offer you everything, but how come I do not have peace of mind in my life? Deepan is a prime example of why people do not have peace of mind in their life. Okay, now let's turn everything around. Okay, from the moment he went, let's say he would have stayed vegetarian, one thing, he would have offered his seat to the old lady. He did not look down on his ex-girlfriend. I definitely believe the end journey would definitely have been much better. So okay, more than anything, everyone who posted about that temple garnered massive number of likes, and some of them could instantly become social media influencers, but he remained at that level. Why? Dear people, no matter what you do, no matter what you post, no matter what you wear, no matter how you pretend, people around us are not fools, people are not stupid. Okay, genuinely be yourself. Being a hypocrite will not get you anywhere. Be yourself, because when you are sincere in what you are doing, and when you do things wholeheartedly, sincerely, genuinely, there will be a certain brightness emanating from yourself, and those are the kind of brightness that will affect people regardless of how you look or how you wear. Okay, another thing, okay, gods, we have in this Kaval Devam line, we have gods who are extremely hot tempered. They are gods who slay demons. They are gods who resides in the darkest forests, deepest cemeteries. And okay, let's take a moment and look at Krishna devotees. Krishna devotees always say this one thing, when they partake in the prasadam served to Lord Krishna, the saliva of Lord Krishna will be in that prasad, and indirectly the good qualities of the Lord will be in them. Kali devotees, on the other hand, always, I'm not blaming all of them, even I definitely have said this at one point, praying to Kali, such a hot-tempered goddess, I cannot control myself. We have all said this statement. This birth, we are human beings, we should never equalize or compare ourselves to any gods. Regardless whether you worship a deity who is hot-tempered, aggressive, resides in the cemetery, resides in the forest, or even those deities who slay demons, you can worship all of them. But if you do not find peace of mind within yourself, you seriously need to go fix yourself. No matter which deity you are, if you're unable to find peace of mind within yourself, you need to re-evaluate both your past and current actions. Kali is love. Kali is peace of mind. Kali is happiness. Kali is abundance. Kali is joy. Anyone who truly worships Kali will definitely find peace of mind within themselves. Once again, if you are the devotee of Mother Kali who are unable to find any happiness and peace of mind, reevaluate your past and current actions, and you have to try to change yourself. Again and again, Kali is absolute love. She is peace of mind. Those who sincerely worship her will be blessed with peace of mind. So before I end this video, guys, if I have said anything wrong, do accept my humblest apologies. And Kali is love. She's lots of love, and we all love her so much. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om